the question. Remember that the smaller hand is the hour, and the longer hand tells the minutes. There are 60 minutes in an hour, so we want to count by fives for the minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then 60, so then it starts over when it gets to the full hour. And then you see there's little like lines in between those counting by fives. Those are ones. So we want to look at our small hand first, and we want to see what number did it go past. Not what number is it closest to, what number did it go past. And it already went past the 4. We can see it's almost to the 5 o'clock. I'm going to erase it a little bit so that you can see that. So we can see if we were to draw that line. Oh, it's a little hard to do on here. I'm going to try to draw. I'll see if I can use my ruler. If I take my ruler and I make a straight line, can you guys see how that is not quite to the 5 yet, but it's really close? We want to always look at what number did it already go past. It already went past the 4, and it's close to being at the 5. So that means it's 4, so it can be one of those. Because if we say the 5, that means it already went past the 5. It did not get to the 5 yet. It's almost to the 5. It's still at the 4. And now we can count by fives, and we can look at our minute hand over here. And I'm going to erase again just so that we can see it well. I'm going to use my ruler again to show you guys right where it goes. And we can see it's super close to that number 10, but it's 1 away from it. So we can count by fives, and we can say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. It doesn't get to the 50. So then you count by ones, and I can see 40. It's 1 away from 50, and 1 away from 50 would be 49. You could actually also solve that by saying it's either 410 or 450, but it's almost to 5 o'clock. So almost to 5 o'clock would be 4:49. Now this one says plot a point for each fraction on the number line. And I want you to remember that the word plot in math means put. So it means put a dot, put a point. That is what plot means. It means you're going to put a point. So on this one, we're going to use these points, and then you're going to hold it and you're going to drag it to each of these spots. Now I can see that it's dividing it into fourths, and if I look here, I can see that I've got like 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and then I've got a whole, or 4/4. So I really need to think about that when I'm working. So I'm going to show you what that looks like to plot all those points. So I'm going to go to my next one, and I've got it done there for you. There are 4 points plotted. So we can see the first one is 1/4. The second blue dot is 2/4. The third blue dot is 4/4. Remember, that means the whole thing, one whole. So that would be at number 1. And then way down on the end, on the number 4, you see another blue dot. That is 4 wholes. So that would be the 4/1. And here you can see what the fractions are on each point. Decide if each equation is true. Click true or false for each question. So it's one question. It's number 18, but it actually has 3 parts, or 3 questions, and each question has more parts. The first thing I want you guys to remember is that when you see an equal sign and there's a problem on both sides, you have to solve both sides of the problem, and you have to check if they're equal or the same or balanced on both sides. So let's get started. 3 times 6 equals 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So we have 18 and 9. And if you didn't know that, you should be using your paper to use strategies, your circles or your count bys, and check. So 18 equals 9. Is 18 and 9 equal? Are they the same? Nope. So we'll say that is false. It is not true. Next, we have 4 times 9 is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 36 equals 9. Is that true? Are those numbers the same? No, they are not. So that would also be false. And finally, we have 2 times 5 equals 10. And 20 divided by 2 equals 10. So 10 equals 10. Are those the same? Are they equal? Yes, that is true. So you can see it's really important to solve each part and to double check and make sure that it's balanced and the same.